Hi. So I don't know exactly how this website completely works yet. I just found it online today. My name's Victoria. I've been thinking and stressing about getting a car for quite a while now, about a year. Um, I am on permanent disability for actually for a mental disorder. I have extreme depression and anxiety. So when it started, I have this all in my story, but I was approved for Social Security when I was about 19 years old. 19 or 20, I can't really remember the exact year, but at that time I was receiving around $600 a month. So, of course, it wasn't enough. And I started to attend university. Um, the school money helped a bit, but still, I've just, you can't really live on that much, especially when you have a child. I have a 10-year-old son, he's almost 11, and I am pregnant right now. I have a baby on the way. I'm almost 5 months pregnant. And so anyhow, every night I kind of lie there and think about how many months I could save up my disability check and how much I could live off of for a month after I've saved up enough to get a car. So basically, it kind of goes something like this. So now I get about $850 a month total, which is still not much to live off of, especially since I have another child on the way. And I think about how if I saved up, for let's say 6 months, started saving now, for 6 months and didn't spend any extra money, that I'd have a good chunk of money to be able to buy a used car that hopefully by spending that amount of money, it would be a dependable car and not break down on me quickly or need any maintenance, since I don't have a reliable income source besides the Social Security. In my story, I also talked about I was in a major car accident a few years ago, and I hit the back of a semi driving from Arizona or Michigan to Arizona. I was going through Indianapolis, and I was ejected from the car 40 feet. I crushed my pelvis. I fractured my spine. I lacerated my spleen, my liver, and my bladder. I fractured my collarbone, my shoulder blade. I broke some ribs. I had whiplash. I mean, you name it. They had me in a spine brace and a wheelchair for 3 months. I had to stay for a month in a rehabilitation hospital and learn how to use my arms for everything. So, I really need a car now. It's been really hard for me with the fact that I'm home so often, and it's gotten even harder now that I'm pregnant. I can't take public transportation. I do sometimes, but because of my chronic pain, it's actually very hard for me to use public transportation and have to transfer buses, etc. I usually have to look up, if I do take it, a bus schedule that will go straight from point A to point B, and so it's a longer route, and sometimes, a trip that could take 20 minutes if I could transfer buses as often as a normal person could, takes me over an hour. So the other thing is, it's too expensive for me to use the bus all the time. I go to the doctor really very often. I actually see my doctor at least once a week, and now with the baby, it's even more for the chronic pain and physical therapy and things like that. So, taking a cab, it eats up all the money I have. I'm on food stamps, so I get a little bit of money every month to help me with food, but that's basically how I survive. And as I was saying, thinking about saving up money for a car, I could do it if I really didn't spend any money whatsoever. I mean, and maybe I thought, hey, I could save $300 to last me for a month while I'm waiting to get another check, which is $850, which has to go towards bills anyway, and gas expenses and all of this. So it'd really be helpful if I could somehow get a car donated to me. I didn't even know that this was an option. I actually was thinking today about all the ways I could go about obtaining a car, and all of a sudden I thought, hey, maybe there is something out there for people with disabilities. So I looked it up and I found this website. I worked for nonprofits before. I worked for a food pantry, so I know that what it's like to help people for a living, and I think that's kind of how I thought maybe I should look for something, because I realized there are things out there for people that need help, and if I just look, I might find something, and I did, hopefully. I don't want to make this too long, but I don't like to ask for help. I have a really hard time accepting it. I've been through, surgery on my pelvis to reconstruct it. There's 6 screws in there. I have to have a C-section, so there's another reason I'm going to need a car. I can't carry around baby equipment everywhere and using the bus, etc. It's just, I finally decided that it might be a good idea to reach out and ask for some help, since I do help people as much as I can on my own. Even with the little money that I have, I try to donate money to some organizations. I was donating to Greenpeace for a while for environmental reasons. I just try to, I worked at the food pantry, I volunteered, things like that. I don't complain about my injuries. I live with them. I live with the chronic pain every day. But this is something that would be an amazing gift, and it would help my life 100-fold, so that I could be able to drive to school instead of having to take my courses online because of the pain and how much it hurts just to walk and stand at the bus stop. It would just be an incredible help. And with the new baby on the way and my son, my almost 11-year-old son, I can't even tell you guys how much this is needed. And if anyone out there can help me out, I'd greatly appreciate it. And that's all I had to say. I thought it might be a good idea to make a video and kind of put a face and a voice to my profile instead of just typing. So thanks for listening, and thanks for having this website. If I don't get help here, then at least I saw that people have been helped in the past, and I'm really grateful that there's something like this out there. Thank you.